So, a lot of people ask me, like, have I noticed that people treat me differently now that I've lost the weight? And I've been over 200 pounds since the sixth grade, so this is, being in a larger body is pretty much all that I know. And I'm autistic, I'm an introvert. Like, quarantine didn't change my daily life at all, you know? But I have noticed that when I go out in public now, I'm not invisible. And I didn't realize I was invisible until I stopped being invisible. And that's a weird thing for me because usually I can go in the store, get in, get out. But now people stop me, they want to talk to me, they engage me in conversation. But a lot of people also just stare, and I don't know how to handle that because I'm a little violent, I guess, aggressive, because people are like looking at me and I'm like, oh, you want to fight? And they're like, no, you got a fat ass. What are you talking about? I'm like, oh, my bad. I forget that I look this way. Body dysmorphia is real. I still feel like I did last year. I know I look different, but I don't see a different person. I still see the same person. I always try to get in the front instead of like in the back because I think I'm a bigger person. They're like, no, small people in the back. It's like, we can fit 4 of you guys back there. I'm like, oh yeah, that's true. That's fine. So one of the biggest changes that I've noticed after losing 100 pounds is that, like, the way that people treat me is different. Like, I'm someone who, I never really waited for someone to give me things. Like, if I wanted something, I would take it. Like, as I was growing up, I was taught that, like, you're gonna have to work twice as hard to get half as much, And I was like, all right, bet. And it turned out, to be the truth pretty much. And so I've always used to, like, if I want something, take it, like, never really waited around for people to give me things. But now that I've lost the weight, people jump over themselves to give me stuff. Like, I don't even have to ask. I don't have to take anything. It's all for free. Like, hey, I mean, that's not what the patriarchy can do for you. You know what I'm saying? All the people who are coming on my page and saying things like, why didn't you do cardio? Cardio is good for your heart health. Cardio would have gotten your results twice as fast. Like, y'all, I'm telling women that they can weightlift and have a total body transformation without cardio. Like, why are you bringing cardio over here? Like, cardio has enough riders for it. It's giving all lives matter. Like, we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about this. Focus. But I realize, like, a lot of those people who say things like that, they've never been in a larger body for years. I've been in a larger body for decades. Like, I was 200 plus pounds starting in the sixth grade. So, like, they don't understand that, like, getting out of bed hurts. Like, walking around and moving was painful for me. So when I had a trainer who gave me stadium runs at 280 pounds, I was like, oh, so you just wasted my time and yours. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna be in pain for the rest of the week. So yeah, I respect cardio, but it wouldn't have helped me get to any of my goals because I wanted to keep my muscle and I wanted to look thicker than cold peanut butter and like I fight dudes. Cardio wasn't gonna help me with that. No. I want to get on here and talk about my approach to fitness because it might be a little bit different than what you're used to. So I'm like a C's get degrees kind of person, Like, I mix cauliflower rice with regular rice. If I'm making something and it needs a sweetener, I'll mix half, low carb sweetener with regular table sugar because nothing tastes like sugar. It's like sugar, regular table sugar. So if I want high protein pancakes, I'll get like a Hungry Jack pancake mix and put like a couple of scoops of protein powder in it. That works. I lift instead of doing cardio, but I make sure that I stay active outside of the home or outside of the gym. There are all kinds of things that you can do to like mix things up and do half and half because I've learned one of the biggest lessons I've learned throughout this journey is that it's much easier to be better than it is to be perfect. So, like, I mix cauliflower rice with regular rice. If I want like syrup or something, I usually use maple syrup because I love it, but you can mix half and half with like the 0 calorie and the real stuff. Same goes for like almond flour and regular flour. You can mix it up, use half and half. I put a couple of scoops of protein powder in my pancakes. And that's high protein pancakes. You know, like, it doesn't have to be very complicated, and it doesn't have to be the best that I can do. Just being better goes a long way, you know. Progress, not perfection. And I've lost like 110 pounds. So, I mean, it still works.